responsible.
Hello, everyone. Today we are in the 747 at Seattle. This is the first time we're doing the 747. I hope you guys will enjoy. But today will just be a test flight. But as I came in doing the cinematic shot, I noticed that we have an interesting airplane over here. I'm not sure if you guys have noticed in the sim, but we now have the A380 model in. Now, it doesn't mean you can fly it or anything. It's just that the AI, you can see it sometimes taxiing around. Um, so AI models can now fly this. It doesn't look entirely realistic. I mean, there's a little bit of what's that? It looks like a cone. There's no interior, nothing, but just something to keep in mind when if you do have the flight sim, just to look around when you're taxiing or flying if there's an A380 around. Anyways, so let's go back inside the aircraft. Uh, as some of you may know, the 747 is a classic airplane. Lots of airlines have recently started to retire it, which is kind of sad. I've never flown in one, although I really wish I could. Uh, but it's outlived its main competitor, which is the A380, the biggest passenger airplane. The world's biggest is the Antonov. But this is by far the largest passenger aircraft to date. So if we go back inside the aircraft, you can see you do have what looks to be sort of like the normal Boeing style cockpit. You have some sort of parking brake here, thrust levers here, but you do have, this is a familiar autopilot. Now it looks a little different from the 787, just that these buttons are a little bit bigger and you don't have that autopilot button here. You have three autopilots here, three separate ones. Unlike the A320 Neo, which has two. Now, I've never actually started up this aircraft, but the first thing I want to do is find the batteries. So if I can find the batteries, well, that's the APU. So we can put standby power to uh, auto. Oh, external power. There we go. Okay, so I just gotta find that battery button. Huh, interesting. I must not be looking in the right place because, oh, there we go. Battery has a button guard. Okay. We can put the APU switch to on. Hello, Jason. Nice to see you. Today we're doing the 747. First time I'm actually flying it. So this will be interesting. So I'm gonna just put the fuel cutoff to on because I forgot this the first time we did the 787. 787. What is this? Seatbelts, something. Okay. Uh, but I do need some lights in here. Okay. So that's nice enough. Okay. What is that? Oh, parking brake. Okay. So there's a lot of switches and stuff other than compared to the the s- I was about to say 737, but we don't have the 737. 787. You got your comms. I believe your transponder should be somewhere here. Hmm. Anyways, let's go ahead back up to the main panel. We can. What is this? I want to know what this is. Some sort of hydraulic system. We'll leave that as is. But we can see we have the regular lights. Beacon light we can turn on. Strobe will turn off. Logo will keep on. This would be your annunciator lights test, except it's in light test. I'm not sure what that is, but it's like the annunciator lights on the A320. Fuel pumps. Okay, so we do have fuel pumps here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna turn on all of them. Okay. Uh, yeah, I believe this is dumping. So we can go ahead and start the APU. I believe we can do that. And I believe there should be some sort of maybe electrical. Oh, they're all in-op. That's interesting. Okay, so you won't be able to see anything. Oh, you got the classics, Boeing disconnect. Yeah, but I don't see how I know the APU would be on. This is interesting. Let's just go to rejected takeoff. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we do have fuel for sure. Oh, well, we have APU gen, so I'm guessing that the APU is on. Um, so we've already gone ahead and we've opened up the fuel. Let me see if there's a checklist. Okay, battery switch is on. Yep, we did that. External power. Oh, okay, so you were supposed to put that auto. APU gen. Okay, we'll turn those on. Fuel pumps are on. Beacon is on. Okay, so starting engine. Thrust lever is already at idle. Engine 4 start switch pull. Okay. So that should mean the starter's on. Now we just gotta wait. As always, I do not have a yoke yet. Flying with the Xbox controller. But we can hear it. It's starting up now. Some of you have also been asking, what is rejected takeoff? So rejected takeoff is pretty much what it sounds like. So, when you abort the takeoff, different than max auto meaning that it's the maximum the auto brakes can do. Um, but if I believe in the Boeing, when you set to max auto, and then you press down on the pedals, you disengage. Well, of course, you disengage the auto brake, but at the same time, you add more pressure to the auto brake. So let's say you have X amount of pressure with the max auto brake. Let's say you add Y, so it'll be X plus Y pressure. Hey, Kieran, we're in the 747 for the first time. Um, kind of like our series. The first time we did the 787, things were bad. So we'll see if I can attempt to do the 747. A lot more complicated. But same basic sort of autopilot. Um, yeah, none of these pages work, which is kind of sad. Let's see. So this you wouldn't normally do this, but if I were to increase, yep. So engine 4 has started. So okay, so I'll pull 1, 2, and 3. Oh, align nav. Oh, that would be the IRS, similar to the ADIRS on the A320. That stands for Air Data Inertial Reference System. On the Boeing, they call it the Inertial Reference System. That's basically your GPS. You gotta align it, so you know the latitude and longitude of where you're at. But if you're inaccurate, you're always going to be inaccurate. You can tune into a VOR DME, um, distance measuring unit, usually on a VOR DME. Sometimes ATC will say, fly the 180 radial of the, let's say, Seattle VOR. I'm not sure if Seattle has a VOR. But in that case, you'd have to fly towards the VOR and on the 180. So the 180 degree would be south, so you have to fly north on the 180 heading. So you'd be flying 360. But what would happen is I believe some aircraft, um, your distance, basically your GPS gets tuned, like sort of fine-tuned, so that the distance measuring unit is pretty accurate. So it can fix if something's wrong. It can fix your location, or at least give you enough warning. The cabin chime doesn't work. All these buttons look old. I like the A320 a lot better. But we'll increase throttle. You wouldn't do this. I'm just testing because I don't. Yeah. Okay, so that works. So there's not much else on the checklist. That's all there is. There's 3 pages. Asobo, you should do better. But yeah, so that's all there is. But for now, I'm just gonna turn on some lights. This would be your EFB, electronic flight bag. That's like an intercom, I believe. What's this? Heaters. Okay, so there's heaters. Um, I'm just gonna go ahead and turn on the runway turn off lights, taxi lights. Strobe lights can go on. Wing ice light can go on. Just because more light, I guess. Um, right, so our fuel pumps are on. I don't think in this aircraft you can do, a fire warning test. It's probably in-op. So they haven't modeled it yet. Oh, what's this? Oh, okay. Uh, Something to do with fuel. And you just got a bunch of circuit breakers in the back. So like right here, Same thing with the A320. I don't really show it when I'm flying, but there is a bunch of circuit breakers. But pilots don't really need to worry about that. I believe it's just the ground engineer. So like if something goes wrong, that circuit breaker will pop out. There's like another panel right there. So, Kieran, if you're just joining us, right to our left we have the A380. Now, I just said that the A380 is not in the game, but you can see it as an AI aircraft taxiing and flying along. So, let's get pushback. Now, what I don't like about the 747, because I'm not accustomed to it, is it's higher than you'd normally be. So, you'd have to train a lot so that, if the cabin is on this, I believe the cockpit's on the second deck. So you got to make sure that, you're taller than you normally are. Yeah. So let's get the pushback helper out. But in the meantime, see if I can. There we go. So you'd have to be, cockpit would usually be around here. So now when you're on landing, you don't want to slam into the runway too far, or not even slam at all. So you gotta be a little bit higher, and judging the distance to the ground is a little bit harder. Wait a minute. Oh, for a second, I thought the chairs. Oh, right here. See, these chairs are facing backwards. That's interesting. Hello, NC Spiral. Today we're doing the 787. I just started up, but I don't know if you can see this. Yep, I do remember you. I don't know if you can see this, but look, these chairs are facing backwards. That's very interesting. Yeah, that is interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and call the pushback truck with the pushback mod. I was gonna show you guys something interesting today with a new mod I got, but I guess I'll have to save that for tomorrow. I did get the Gatwick mod, so we will check that out as well. But I'm not gonna spoil too much. But tomorrow we'll be doing something, let's say, Marvel related. I'm not sure you guys will get the hints, but you guys will see tomorrow. Oh, and just a reminder, go ahead and set your quality to highest because on default it's auto. And of course, Microsoft Flight Simulator does not look good on the lowest quality setting. So go ahead and hit that higher quality. So today we are going to taxi to 16 left. So I'll be coming down this runway. So we have to go all the way down Bravo and then we'll go left on Charlie. Okay, parking brake is off. Just want to check that. No vertical speed. Okay. Discord? You want me to check Discord? Okay. Hello. Uh, Let me take the call. If I take the call, everyone will hear you. Is that okay? Am I playing Marvel Avengers? No, definitely not. It's Microsoft Flight Simulator, as always. Um, I do want to say something though. We may be starting um, a Minecraft related series server. So we did have a server yesterday. Not yesterday, sorry. We did have a server a while ago, maybe in August, September. But that season ended. So it's kind of like Hermitcraft. Minecraft server? Yeah, so you can join. So there's an available slot. There's a couple available slots. If you guys have Minecraft and you're willing to join, the requirement is you have to make YouTube videos or Twitch videos. That's the only requirement. What's the Discord? Okay, so the Discord, just go ahead and type in exclamation point disc, and you'll get the Discord link. You can go ahead and type in exclamation point commands for a list of the commands as well. Okay, so Kieran, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm not gonna broadcast it, everyone. Let's see if I can change the Discord's audio so other people can hear you. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and join. Hello. Yep, I can hear you. So you want the stream to hear you? Okay, I'll go ahead and do that. Okay. Yeah. So the stream is hearing you. Can you go ahead and mute the stream so we don't have two audio? There we go. So now I'm gonna go ahead and taxi. So right here, this would typically be when you're pushing into the gate or out of the gate. But I don't really know. I think this is how you'd see the aircraft normally. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of, no, too much, a little bit of thrust. And what I really like about the Boeing is that the entire throttle, there's no reverse mode. Like you don't pull the throttle to a detent and then push it even further back. Idle is all the way back. So in order to do reverse thrust, you actually have to physically bring the reversers up, which are these little knobs right here. So airspeed will definitely not be alive. You're gonna download it? Great. In Discord we have announcements. I'm too close to that airplane. Way too close. Oh, never mind. Never mind. But still close. Discord, I'm hoping if we get some sort of, if we get, so currently our goal is 100 subscribers. We have 73. If you go to the channel's about page, we have a Patreon and a PayPal. But what I'm hoping is we reach 100 subscribers, or when we reach 1,000 subscribers and we get monetization, what will happen is we can do giveaways. So, give away Microsoft Flight Sim to the Discord people. And if you're Patreon or something like that, you get a bigger giveaway, or maybe even the chance to join the live stream. It's kind of like how Mr. Jackson Blunt does it. Jackson could not join us today. Someone hacked his Steam, so yeah, we hope nothing bad happened. He's building his own computer. 74. Let me check. We have 74. All right, let me go and update that. Rip Jackson. I don't really use Steam. I do have an account, but I don't really use Steam. Let's go ahead um, and update that amount, 74. So, yeah, oh, sample goal. Okay. There we go. So we have 55 days to go and 74. Oh, you forgot last time? No problem. So yesterday's flight was pretty good. Always there's this guy named Beastly Boss 101. He always comes to my streams. But yesterday we went from KJFK to Toronto Pearson. Landing rate negative 273 off the top of my head, I believe, something like that, maybe 237, but it's definitely 2 with a 3 with a 7. Um, oh, you're gonna force them? I wouldn't really force them. Anyways, in other news, rudder pedals. My dad told me they haven't. The order is processing. It hasn't processed yet. Oh, airspeed's alive. That's not good. We shouldn't be that fast. NZ spiral. Yep. We're going Seattle to Portland, so KSEA to KPDX. And I was an idiot, and I forgot to put in the flight plan. Do we even have? There's no MCDU. What the heck? Are you kidding me? Okay. There's no FMGS, FMS, nothing. I can't put in a flight plan. That's stupid. So I have a question for you guys. Since we can't put in a flight plan, do you guys want to do some sort of random failure? So I have a mod called random failure. So at a specific altitude or a specific time, we can have an engine fire or engine failure, and we can attempt to land right back. Oh, and if you're in Discord, you can always request a place we fly. Yeah, so just go in the Discord if you want to go to Mexico. Go ahead and put that in there. I'm not really familiar with the places in Mexico, like where to go, like where are the airports and stuff. So off to our left, that will be, I believe, Delta, and straight ahead to the left is Charlie. The yoke does have a little bit of delay. Why are you? What is going on? What is going on? Uh, I expected the turn to be a lot better. What is it doing? What is it doing? Default Microsoft cameras. Like I'm putting full left yoke and left rudder. The reason I'm doing yoke is for some reason in Microsoft Flight Sim, you can also do the yoke. So might as well do both. I don't know. Maybe it's just with the Xbox controller it works, but I don't know. Again, what I like about Boeing is you have a lot more selectivity. So like your flaps. I'm gonna go ahead and line up on the runway. I'll tell you what about the flaps I like. Yep. Minecraft. Currently it will be on 1.16.4. Actually, I don't even have official Minecraft. I'm just gonna go out and say there. I don't have official Minecraft. It's Java. So you can see the flap right here. In the Airbus, we have slots. So you have 0, you have 1, you have 2, you have 3, and you have 4. However, here you can check out the you have specific degrees of flaps, and there's a lot more selectivity. So you can say flap 10 take off, flap 15 if you're on the um, 787, flap 17, flap 18 on the 787. So 787s has a lot more than this, even but this has even more than the A320. Now, I'm not familiar with how many degrees of flaps you need for takeoff, but I'm gonna go ahead and type in 20. You already got the Discord link up there. It'll only work every 60 seconds, I believe. There's also specs. There's also commands. Specs. Right. There's commands. They should pop up. Nightbot does take a little bit. There we go. So flaps are set. After this, we're gonna go ahead. Flight director should be on. There we go. Gonna go ahead and arm the auto throttle. Speed, not speed mode. Sorry. 200 knots will be okay. Heading. Select. We will go 1.6. I don't know why it's on 2.6 right now. Straight heading a 1.64. There we go. Max banking to auto. We'll go ahead and set the altitude as 10,000. This is engaged, so it's not disengaged. And autopilot will be right there. So we'll leave that as is. Um, we don't really have to go through the checks or anything, but we'll go ahead and put takeoff power. So slightly forward. I can't do like slowly pushing forward. Like I just press A on the control and it'll go in notches. So that's unfortunate. Gonna put a slight forward stick yoke input until 100 knots. We'll keep it there, just steady. Oh, is that V1? I don't really know the V speeds right here. So V1, rotate. Huh. Okay, rotate. Gear up. Positive right gear up then. Flaps, one notch up. Go ahead and put in speed. Can I put speed? Huh. Go ahead and put it on the autopilot. There we go. Flaps up. And there will be 2 more notches of flaps. Go ahead and increase the range. Go 1 more. Oh, we do need to increase our speed up to, we'll do this. So this is speed select. I don't know, thrust mode. I don't know who would use thrust mode. But that's an option. Let's do lateral navigation. Can we do that? Huh, we can't do that. Oh, because we don't have lateral nav. Okay. Um, Forgot about that. I'm so used to having some sort of flight plan in. Flaps up. We'll go ahead and increase the speed. Under 10,000 feet, you're restricted to 250 knots. But we are going further than that. Are we? Sure. Yeah, actually, I was thinking I would do Among Us, Minecraft, and a flight simulator. In fact, after this, if you guys want, we can do a short Among Us game. Go ahead and join. But not right now. So after 10,000, actually, I'm gonna pull up random failures. Um, if you guys want, I'll go ahead and give me an engine fire. So engine 1 fire, let's do 100% chance. There we go. We got it. But there's no audible warning or anything. It just says fire. And nothing really happens. It works a lot better on the A320 Neo. But you can see that we have a warning, but no warning bells or noises or anything. And no lights to indicate anything's gone wrong. Which is a little weird, but we'll go ahead and disconnect the fuel flow for engine number 1. Um, did I see that right? I think that went down. Um, Go ahead and turn off the warning light. But engine number 1 stopped. So if I look at the failure list, it says trailing edge flaps left percent will fail time after, okay, partial, okay. Apparently there'll be electrical failure at 7,000 something feet, but there hasn't been. So that's interesting. And now the airplane's going into some sort of weird bank, but it's supposed to fly on heading. So I'm going to go ahead and disconnect all. This will be like a test to see how the 747 handles. Um, this is interesting. So I guess we can go ahead and look for a field to land at. You guys want to go back, or you want to go somewhere else? Let's see if we can go. We can descend lower. Wow, this is extremely sensitive. That's interesting. Flight director is being a little weird. Uh, That's interesting. It wants me to put the nose down. That's interesting. Vertical speed is not going down, like altitude. I'm frozen. Like my altitude is just staying the same, but my vertical speed is going down. Huh. Let's see if I can change the weather. Let's see, can I follow my flight director? No, I can't. Flight director is being a little weird. That's interesting. Very interesting. Overspeed already. And you don't have any control over the throttle once you have auto throttle, so I'll go ahead and disarm the auto throttle. And we're overspeeding, but my altitude's not changing. Huh. That's really interesting. Like, I don't know what's happening, but my altitude's not changing. Definitely should be changing, but it's not. Oh, and just for record, this is not how you're supposed to fly the 747. Um, Definitely not. Let's go ahead and put this to max auto. And let's just say, you want another engine failure? Maybe, maybe not. Speed brakes. Come on, can we get more speed brakes? There we go. Runways in sight. Go ahead and put out some flaps. This will be interesting. So the airplane doesn't want to descend at all. Like I can look at the altitude right there, and it's just not descending. Um, I don't know if this is a bug or something, but I can't go to the ground at all. Like I'm not going to the ground. Like the wind? No, wind is not a factor here. But something is definitely wrong with the 747. Um, there we go. I'm just gonna pull that, but I can't go down. I actually can't go down. It's not possible. Even if I pull out all the flaps, I pull out everything. Look, I'm just not going down. It's like the autopilot's on, but it's off. Let's see, can I do this? I'm floating in midair. Can someone explain this? Look at this. I don't understand this. I'm floating. Look at my vertical speed. I don't know what's happening. Nothing will fix it. It's just like, can I go ahead and oh oh my goodness, what happened? Oh, I think I found the fix. Okay, so apparently, oh, that's interesting. So my random failures mod, I just closed it and then I can move now. Can I arm this? I'm gonna disconnect from Discord. Bye. Extremely interesting. Can I get the Can I still go down? Can I go down? Can I go down, please? There we go. Thank you. Is it letting me go down? There we go. Extremely fast on this approach. We're gonna need the full length of the runway. 1,000. No yoke here. Just keep that in mind. 500. 400. 300. 200. 200. Ooh, this will be close. This will be close. Oh, there we go. That was like perfect center line. I'm not even pressing the brake. Everything's like I have max auto brake. But that was perfect center line. And we barely used up any runway. That's interesting. I like the 747. You guys want to go again? Let's go again. Um, one engine. Let's start that back up. Go ahead and set flaps. Put the speed brake back to arm. Max auto brake. That's all disconnected. Great. Flight directors being weird though. I don't know what's going on here. Did the auto throttle just arm? No. Flight director is weird. Not sure if it's supposed to do that. This is rudder trim. Okay. I guess let's go. Just go. Pretend nothing happened. We're testing here. Oh, little glitch. Oh. No, that's not working. Is this started? Should be started. Huh, I expected that to be started. I guess there's not much of a way to know if it started or not unless I put the throttle forward. There we go, it started now. No. I'm gonna go ahead and use some rudder trim. Let's see, more rudder trim. It's a lot easier on the A320. Oh, I can hold it. Okay. Let's try this. Huh, I wonder why. The engine started, but let's see, do I have to turn on the APU? If that's the case, let's see, can we do this? Oh, no, it doesn't look like it. Gotta use more rudder trim, I guess. See how much rudder trim we need to get this back on center line. XP72, yeah, used a lot for the A320. Well, this is a bigger jet. Maybe I can just pull down one of the engines and that'll work. Let's try this. Come on, come on, come on, come on. You not at idle? Come on, go back to idle. There we go. Ignore the runway excursion we had right there. Let's see, how much thrust do we need to stay on the center line? Can we get rotation here? Come on, stay on the center line. This will be interesting. Just gotta play around with the throttle a lot. Ignore that weird V1 rotate. Can we get full throttle here? Just going careening into other aircraft. Oh, that was a tail strike. That was a tail strike for sure. Positive rate, gear up. Totally. Oh, this is interesting. This is interesting. Yeah, I wonder why that engine's not starting anymore. Mission started. Let's see, can we do flaps up? One more. Come on. Just increase speed and maybe I can cut one more engine. 747 just handles a lot differently than the other aircraft. You can feel it. You can really feel it. You know, it's sort of like sometimes you're fighting it. Other times it's a lot more. It's like a lag a little bit. Your inputs are, a couple minutes, not minutes, sorry, a couple seconds later. Can we put this back to center? Oh, we can't? I just want to make sure. Oh, right, see, I gotta keep looking. See if I can just get this engine started. Probably shouldn't have turned it off. Anyways, this is sort of this today is just more fun flying around. So you get some scenery in. See this big bird almost stall. But I must say the landing was okay. Oh, let's take a left. I want to find I-90. Oh, we just passed it. Okay. Um, that would be I-90 right there. And that's 520. Wow. So we're flying pretty fast. Let's see. Can I see anything I recognize? Not really. Oh, it does seem we're going pretty fast. Maybe I should just get like you know, let's do a landing challenge. Landing challenge would be good. There we go. Okay, let's try this one. Let's see what score we can get. I believe I've done this one. I got like 1.1 million, maybe 1.5. Not exactly sure. There we go. It's almost there. Maybe we can try that JFK challenge with the 747. Here we go. Okay. Landing challenge with the 7. No, sorry, not the 7. The A320 Neo. So I'm gonna go ahead. Flaps are already set. Max. Can we do max auto brake? No, we'll do medium. We'll go ahead and set climb thrust. That's, you normally you'd be in climb thrust, just because you got auto throttle on. Let's go ahead and put 140. See, can we do a perf to see what's QNH 2992? Temperature -4. And magnetic wind 195 at 20. Approach speed 131. Okay, we'll target that. Speed brakes are armed. Now we just got to line up. Cabin check. Yeah, we'll do that. That's what's the A32NX mod. So we're very low. 300. We'll go ahead and try to stay on the center line, or at least try to aim for the center line. Slightly high now. I want to aim right for that blue thing, just so you get the maximum amount of points. Try to stay on as much as the center line as you can, just so you get the maximum amount of points. What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, we didn't do that good. I don't know why it turned at the last second. Not bad, but terrible compared to my other score. Ground roll, yeah, that's the one that killed us. Landing precision, nice. Landing smoothness was okay. Top 10. No one's gotten 2 million points. Interesting. Okay. We'll try again. Do I have a Stream Deck? No, I do not have a Stream Deck. I don't think I'll use a Stream Deck. Just a little bit more complicated. But I do use Streamlabs OBS. Okay. Have I been muted the whole time? I just looked to see to the side that I've had been muted. I have to check the replay. Have I been muted the whole time? If so, that's interesting. That's kind of sad. Um, idle. You've missed out on all the commentary then. If that's the case, I'll go ahead and, delete the video and we'll try again tomorrow. Not a bad touchdown. That stall definitely helped. Floating. I wish I could see. Okay then. We've stopped. So thank you guys. Today was just more like, having fun and looking around to see, what aircraft can do. If I was muted the whole time, I'm going to have to delete the video. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.